Welcome to Adam Does Movies Live. The stream will start shortly, but since I have you early, it's time to do some marketing. You know, as many of you know, people come up to me all the time on the streets and say, Sir, Adam, where can I find some great t-shirts of some of your classic catchphrases? Like in your infinite wisdom or strong female leads. And for these catchphrases to be on a t-shirt, quite frankly, it's about time. Well, I have good news for you, chat. I have that merch store and I have those shirts. And since I know you appreciate all the free content I provide every week, reviewing absolute trash like Ice Cube's War of the Worlds for your amusement, maybe give a little back by heading on over to patreon.com/AdamDoesMovies or become a member on YouTube via that join membership button. I don't know, they change it all the time, but the perks stay the same. Every month, depending on your tier level of support, you get different perks. Movie review exclusives up to 3 a month. Vlogs monthly. On top of the monthly new exclusives, if you're even at the $1 tier, you get access. You unlock the vault that contains over 300 videos from my past that are private. These are great videos. They're really freaking funny, and I would put them on this channel if they weren't so different and out there from the content I do now. It confuses people when you have like The Cringe and some of these other satirical shows I used to do show up. All right, I'm done with the sales pitch. Hope you love the crap out of the live stream, and I'll see you really soon. Like 3 seconds really soon. Take care. Welcome to Adam Does Movies Live, another Wednesday night, and I'm feeling right. Hopefully you're having a good night. A lot of awkward rhyming right out of the gates. Let's get the readers on. Well, they're actually prescription at this point, so I can see what I'm dealing with over here. I already noticed the iPhone that I'm using to do the live stream has been kind of going in and out, fluttering a little bit before this went live. So we could have some excitement with the technical issues. We love that here. I love that for myself. Hope you guys are having a good night. I see right out of the gates, shot out of a cannon. Shout out to Sean Sheridan Movie Rankings for becoming a YouTube member. Yep, see, there it did. There it did it. Maybe I need to like push in a little bit on this. Just set it and forget it sort of a thing. That made it worse. Just a smidge of a flutter, says the flute wizard. Oh, and now I'm frozen. Unreal what we do over on this channel. You would think after years of going live now I would have it down, but nope, not bloody likely. Bart Bendy 1, not to be confused with Bart Bendy 2 or 3, asks, what are your top 5 horror movies? Mine are number 1, Sinners, number 2, The Monkey, number 3, 28 Years Later, number 4, Weapons, number 5, Final Destination Bloodlines. Bart Bendy number 1, I'm glad you asked because I just posted a massive video, I think 2 days ago, maybe it was yesterday, that ranked 26 movies I saw just this year in the horror space, starting from, what was it? Peter Pan, that Neverland Nightmare shit show, all the way up to Sinners. And by all the way up to, I mean, number 1 is Sinners for me. That's my favorite. If I'm going to give you my top 5, I'll probably forget already. I think it was Sinners, then it was Weapons. Final Destination Bloodlines, I think, was in the top 5. I find rankings to be bullshit, but they're a nice way to talk about a bunch of movies in a, you know, a confined way, just breaking them up. But my top 3, not top 5, I think was Sinners, was definitely number 1. Then Weapons, there was, God, what else? Bring Her Back, I think, was number 6. Jesus, the camera is just not having it. I'm going to leave the stream and come back. Hey, I'm back again. We'll see if that fixed it. I just did a good old fashioned refresh. You know what else I realized? I have like 300 things open on my MacBook. So let me go ahead and quit out some of the shit. Sometimes that makes the difference. I mean, I got so much open right now. Surely can't hurt things. Dweezil asks what's going on with the video. Just your usual technical issues. Just another day at the races. Quit all of this. We're going to quit Visual Studio Code. We're going to quit stupid Microsoft Outlook. Can't talk. We got messages open. We're going to close out a Premiere Pro. That's probably taking up a good chunk of resources. Close that out. We're going to close out Photoshop. Oh no, I see the videos being janky. We're going to close out a Spotify. I mean, and we're going to close out of Adobe Illustrator. We don't need to save any of this. We don't need to save any of this. Just please close. Just please close. Okay, everything's closed out. Hopefully that allocates some resources. The MacBook's having a hard time. Turn off your LLM. That eats RAM. I don't know what LLM is. What is LLM in computers? Large language model. An advanced type of AI. How to shut off LLM on Mac. You must specify which LL you mean the process differs. For Apple, go to System Settings, Apple Intelligence, and Siri and toggle it off. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't ever use Siri. System Settings, Apple Intelligence, toggle that shit off. It's off. We're going to shut off Siri. We'll see if that did the trick. I already saw the phone was on the fritz again, even after I was about to do that. Let's see. Oh, a bunch of super chats came in. We better catch up on this. Paul Bros for Never for $5. Thank you, Paul. Heard very mixed things about Tron Ares. Such a shame, as that was the only thing I was looking forward to until Wicked Part 2 and Zootopia Part 2. I'm going to be frank with you, and you can be Jonathan if you want for this, Paul. I have never seen... God, that's annoying. That little... Are you guys getting that little glitch? Maybe it's not a big deal and I should just ignore it, but it's really fucking annoying to me. I've never seen the Tron films, so today I watched Tron with my daughter, and wow, did that not do a thing for us. I imagine when it came out in 82 or whatever, it was pretty mind-boggling being inside the video game world and whatnot, but holy shit, that has aged like milk. I am halfway through Tron Legacy, and I am liking this one quite a bit. I don't love it, but it's definitely way better than the previous entry. As far as Tron Ares, I don't know. It looks like it took a step backwards in terms of the visuals and the fact that Jared Leto's in it for some reason. I'm not sure who the appeal is for Jared Leto, but we'll see. I'm going to it tomorrow night. I might do a ranking of the 3 movies, or I might just individually rank them, or I might just not have time and talk about Ares only. We'll see. Seth Foster for $2. Thank you. How does one do movies? Asking for a friend. Well, Seth, how it works is some people do sports. Some people do the violin. I do movies. That's all there is to it. As far as anything deeper than that, I wouldn't really worry about it much. Are you going to watch Bambi: The Reckoning? Did that come out? Ya boy, thank you for the $2. Did it come out? Because I didn't see it playing in theaters, but someone said they saw it earlier this year. I can't imagine I would care to watch that. I would only have seen it if it was in theaters and I could have done a review early on it. Now, who cares? This Dark Knight for $5. Thank you. You are lagging a lot. Almost reminds me of the constant videos breaking up in Unfriended. Are you a fan of the first Unfriended and the second? I didn't see those movies. I have not seen I don't think I've seen Unfriended. Unfriended movie. I have not seen those, so I'm sorry I can't speak to that. If it's is it still lagging? Because it hasn't lagged in a few minutes now for me. Is everything working a little bit better? Otherwise, I might have to. I don't even know. I might have to just give up. Might have to just walk out towards the moonlight and see. No, it's better. Okay, thank you, Bubba. Daniela for $4.99. Thank you, Daniela. Other than your DVD collection, do you have any CD or vinyl collections too? No, I used to collect CDs. I had one of those comically large. I don't even know what you call them. The massive Trapper Keeper esque thing that had. I think it was 3, 6. I think there was 9. There was a sleeve of 9 on each, so there was 18 total. There's that camera thing again. 18 total, just on one page. And this bitch was huge. I mean, this thing probably weighed 40 pounds. And so it was a danger when I was driving and I was like flipping through this chest of music. But I haven't had that in quite some time. I have no idea if there's even a CD in this house anymore. As far as vinyls, I don't collect vinyls. That's too fancy for me. I have 2 kids and a wife, so any of my fun money goes to their expenses. And I don't collect DVDs either. What? Jesus Christ, what is going on with this phone today? I wonder if I unplug it, it'd be better. Maybe it's trying to either pull. No, I'm not going to act like I know what I'm talking about. Just we'll see if it's better without it being plugged into the computer. I was going to try to act like I knew what the fuck I was talking about, but I have no idea. Otherwise, I'll switch over to the Logitech camera. I have this bad boy too. It's a lesser quality, but it might be more reliable. I'm not sure. We've had this problem before. Did I answer the questions before? Yeah, I answered those. Okay. Your tunipment. I don't know what the fuck that means. $5. Thank you for that. What are your thoughts on older movie releases being in the top 10 movie box office? Feels weird seeing Lord of the Rings or Avatar 2 in the top 10. Is that like new? I'm not sure what you mean. Like of all time? Well, I don't think Lord of the Rings is of all time. Avatar 2 is. Or do you mean because Avatar 2 is getting a re-release? Yeah, I don't know. It's just I don't care much about box office outside of I mean the only concern I have when it comes to box office is well, it's twofold. Number one, what are people interested in watching? Because that very much plays into what we're going to get in the future. And that's a problem when Lilo and Stitch live action and pretty much every reboot and remake and sequel is getting huge box office numbers, while original content like Roofman is basically going unnoticed. I have a feeling Roofman is going to do horribly at the box office based on the fact that nobody watched my review. And when I search Roofman reviews, you can do this yourself right now. Search Roofman review. I believe I'm number 1 in the search results. And there's only like 5 other assholes that reviewed this movie. Granted, I know it hasn't fully released yet. It was only at that early access thing a couple days ahead of time. But still, none of the big dogs have covered this film. And you would think me being the only one reviewing it, pretty much, it would have at least like 10,000 views. But no, this thing is squeaking by with only a couple thousand, which is just embarrassingly low. So I have some concerns. The other reason I'm interested in box office numbers is, I guess, just out of sheer curiosity. Out of what, like what's working and what's not in Hollywood. And clearly it seems like the only thing working are the tried and true nostalgia bait or the Memba berries. Yeah, it's not great. Adam is Fiverr. Okay. Some of these names just throw me for a loop. For $5, thank you. What are your top three coming of age movies? Mine are Perks of Being a Wildflower, The Way Back, and The Edge of 17. The Way Back, is that the one with Reese Witherspoon? Am I thinking of the right movie? Nope, that's not the movie at all that I was thinking of. The Way Back. I have never seen this. It's a war movie? Ed Harris? Colin Farrell? Okay, you got some good names in there. I did not see that movie. The Edge of 17 being a, well, okay. My top three coming of age movies. It's such a broad term that it's hard to know what would even classify as a coming of age movie. Like Stand By Me, I suppose. Is it kids kind of being like becoming adults overnight sort of a situation? Because like Forrest Gump, I would consider a coming of age film. You know, he starts out as a kid, he grows up, he learns about life and the hardships. So that would probably be in my top three. I'm a big fan of Sandlot, although like maybe doesn't have the drama aspect. It's more of a just a straight comedy. There's some drama in there, I suppose, but for the most part, it's a straight comedy. Stand By Me is obviously a classic. People throw that out a lot. God, coming of age. Let me Google to see what comes up. Like Uncle Buck is a coming of age. I mean, what are we doing? You know what? Recently, My Old Ass was, I thought, a really nice film that came out, 2024, that had Aubrey Plaza, and I don't know the young actress that plays, well, I don't want to say anything about it because that would be a spoiler, but that was a really nice film that I just wasn't expecting to be very good. So check out My Old Ass if you like those types of films. They got a Bronx Tale in here. That one's fine. Oh, Boys in the Hood is a damn good coming of age movie. Really like that one. The Outsiders, yeah. St. Elmo's Fire. I believe in the bandana and I never in a day. What else do we got in here for? I'm just looking through this catalog. Nothing's really jumping off the page. Rushmore? Rushmore's great. Well, yeah, I guess I don't have any like rapid fire three that would come to mind, but the ones that I just prattled off, I would say those are the ones that I would go with. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, we consider that coming of age because that's a great movie. E.T. What the fuck? Oh, Holes is really good. That's a good movie. They got Back to the Future on here. They got Harry Potter. I mean, what are we even doing anymore? It's just too loose of a term. Salty Bay shot out of a cannon with the $20 super chat. Thank you. I just watched Barbie with my husband and I loved it. He did not care for it so much. I didn't see a lot of things that would appeal to just women, so was surprised by my husband's response, but I loved it. You know, it was the opposite in our household. I shouldn't say quite the opposite. I saw Barbie. I did the Barbenheimer thing with my buddy Matt. We saw both and we had a good time with both of them. I think we both agreed, though, that Barbie, although solid, really loses steam in the final act when there were three monologues by the different characters. And it was just, I talked about this, I think, last stream. I'm a fan of show, don't tell. And Barbie was a whole lot of telling, whole lot of talking going on from the ladies. And it was unnecessary. I got the messages. I think most audiences got the messages. So it felt like they were just beating us over the head and treating us like idiots by spelling things out so much. So that took away a little bit for me. Otherwise, it was a very lovely, funny film with a lot of creativity. I also thought the whole big business side of it with Will Ferrell did not need to exist. It added absolutely nothing to the storyline, just kind of made it a little bit more bloated than it needed to be. Otherwise, a solid watch. My wife did not like it. I don't even know if she finished the movie. We watched it at home later with the whole family, My son Connor, to be fair, he was like 11 at the time, doesn't give a shit about Barbie. He only made it like halfway through. My wife just found it annoying, and she loves Margot Robbie, but she just found it all kind of annoying and a bit too pandery. My daughter Olivia, who was 14 or 15 at the time, absolutely loved it. So we were kind of all over the spectrum with the film. Marnetta Singleton for 4.99. Thank you. Is 8 Mile a musical? Does Mike Wazowski and Monsters Inc. wink or blink? Ooh, these are the questions that keep me up at night. 8 Mile, I do not believe would be considered a musical, but I guess I don't really know the proper like way to categorize a musical. So I'm probably not the person to ask that. But I don't ever look at 8 Mile and think, yeah, that's a musical. It's a drama with some songs sprinkled in. As far as because do they consider a lot of the Disney animated films as musicals like Beauty and the Beast and Lion King? Are those musicals? Those seem different to me than Wicked, even though I suppose they're really not. Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird thing. But even 8 Mile is not to the level of like a Aladdin or something with the music. As far as Mike Wazowski goes, does he wink or does he blink? Well, it would be in the eye of the beholder, I suppose. What even if I'm doing one eye, I suppose it's categorized as a wink, but anybody that watches Seinfeld knows George Costanza had an episode where his blinks were being misconstrued as winks because he got some citrus in his eye, so he was inadvertently going like this a lot. Is not a girl boss movie because Ken realized he didn't need Barbie at the ending. And I don't even care if it is a girl boss movie. I would kind of, you're probably addressing someone else, but I would imagine a Barbie movie being a girl boss movie, anyways. Seth Foster for 501. Thank you, Seth. What is the more preposterous scene? Indiana Jones surviving a nuke while in a fridge, or Indy surviving a plane crash by riding an inflatable raft? Cards on the table. I don't give a shit if he jumps in a fridge. I don't care if he's on a raft. I eat that up. I'm not one of those people that gets upset about that stuff because Indiana Jones has always been larger than life, ridiculous scenarios and premises. That stuff's fun to me. The nuking of the fridge was never an issue I had with the movie. It was more so just it just felt off from an Indiana Jones movie. And I don't even outright hate Crystal Skull like a lot of other people do. I think it's a mess. And I think the green screen work they did to try to make it look more retro than it was, it didn't work. The swinging on vines with monkeys and mutt in general, just just annoying, just very annoying and silly, and not in the fun way, in the awkward, terrible looking way. That's the problem with Crystal Skull. Jack Mackerel 24 for $2. Disney's back, baby. So pumped for the new franchise. We got another powerful super chat from Why Am I Like This for $20. You are forced to only watch 10 movies for the rest of your life. You can pick any movie that has come out or that we know will come out. So you can pick a movie that will come out as long as it has a release date. You are forced to watch only 10 movies for the rest of your life. You can pick any movie that has come out or that we know. So that I can pick any movie that I've seen or that I could see in the future. That's scary to pick a movie that hasn't come out yet as something to watch forever because it could be terrible. I would pick I would pick the I would pick Fight Club because I think Fight Club is immensely quotable and just fun as hell to watch. I'd pick Jurassic Park for the same reason. I would probably go with God, you know what? I might put Matrix Reloaded in there. I might go Matrix and Matrix Reloaded. I might take 2 slots up for the Matrix because I think Reloaded is fucking awesome. I think it's just fun as crap, and the first one's just classic. I would put in oh, this is really hard. That's what she said. I gotta have some comedy to lighten my day. You know what movie I love and I don't think it's enough appreciation is The Cable Guy, and I'm a huge fan of a lot of Jim Carrey's catalog. I think I would do Cable Guy even over Dumb and Dumber, which I put higher on my list of comedies because I've seen Dumb and Dumber an insane amount of times. I've seen Cable Guy a lot too, but Cable Guy I feel like I could watch over and over and quote and laugh at how ridiculous he is in the film. Um, I don't need any Star Wars. God, what do I got for action movies? Die Hard, I've seen so many times, but I think I could put Die Hard on and just use that as comfort food going forward. Die Hard would go on there. I could do Grease. I'm going to put Grease on the list because I need a good musical to switch things up, and Grease is fun as hell. La La Land's too depressing, even though I love that movie. I don't want anything sad. Sad is gonna be tough when you're on an island by yourself. Or I guess you didn't say I'm on an island, but if I'm forced to just watch 10 movies, I don't want anything depressing. Shit. Let's put in Back to the Future. Let's put in Terminator 2 Judgment Day. What are we on? 7 or 8? Let's put in we should probably do something long because then it's a little bit more to remember and it has more rewatchability because there's so much going on. I love The Departed. Might have to go with oh god, I got Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings to fit into this shit. I gotta put the Lord of the Rings trilogy on this list. Fuck it. Lord of the Rings trilogy. Clear it out. I don't care. I can't do Potter. There's just not enough room. Jag Mackerel for $5. Thank you. I mean, how could the studio let Disney steal that property? Impossible. LOL. Sorry, pun intended. Am I missing a joke? I mean, how could those studios let Disney steal that property? What am I missing? He's got another one for $5, and I know you're also an impossible head. Let's go, Impossible Creatures. Wow, only 2 books into a 5-book series in Disney's 7-figure auction steal. What? I don't even know what the fuck Impossible Creatures. Is this a thing? Oh, I did see this today. I didn't care because I don't know what Impossible Creatures is. Disney got scooped it up. Disneyland's Impossible Creatures, and it's get this out of here. Get this ad out of here. No, Deadline. I'm not allowing ads. Let me go to a different thing. Disney wins 7. God damn it. These pop-ups everywhere. Disney wins 7-figure movie rights to adapt Harry Potter replacement fantasy book series. The company has won the rights to adapt Rundell's Impossible Creatures book in a 7-figure deal. There's 5 books. All right. Impossible Creatures follows Christopher, a boy who discovers the hidden magical world of the Gilmoria Archipelago. Archipelago? That's probably not right. A string of unmapped islands where all kinds of magical creatures live. There he meets Maul and sets out on a quest with her to discover what it is causing the island's magic to fade, killing the creatures who live there. All right, well, that sounds like something. I wouldn't really care to have Disney do that because they have not been doing very well lately in my book for movies. Maybe Universal should have had that. I thought you might put Avengers Doomsday or Secret Wars. No, I don't. I don't care enough to put those on the list. Total Recall is a solid one. I assume you're talking about the non-Arnold Schwarzenegger one, right? You're talking about the one with, was it Colin Farrell? I didn't see it, but I imagine that's the one you want. I'll always Pulp Fiction, Forrest Gump, and The Empire Strikes Back. Oh, that's good. Yep, Forrest Gump is great. Empire's great. I saw that the Kill Bill Volume 1 and Volume 2 are going to theaters as a long 4-hour cut. I'm tempted to go with my kids. Olivia's 16. I think she'll love it. Connor's 13. Maybe on the younger side to see Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2. However, I mean, that's an opportunity I think they need to see in theaters. My only concern is I do not like the ending of Kill Bill Volume 2. A lot of time has passed, obviously. I've only seen part 2 one time. I saw the first part several because I love it. Maybe time will heal wounds and it won't be so disappointing, especially watching it in a 4-hour span. I just don't know. I don't know. But I'm kind of debating going to that with them and some of my buddies. I could watch Shawshank over and over too. It's so good. So good. Infinity War is easily better than Endgame. I will fight anyone who says otherwise. The Descent is a damn good movie. I really like that one. I never saw the sequel. I don't even think it went to theaters. It was a straight to DVD release back in the day. I heard it was decent. I heard The Descent 2 was decent. Decent 2. Which one's better, Raging Bull or Rocky? I will always go Rocky. He's just ingrained into me. Those movies are built in me. I grew up on them. Whether it's better or worse is a debate that I really can't have because I just Rocky means too much to me and my family. Infinity War is easily the best MCU film of all time. Tony, I'm with you. It's on my list as the best as well. Every time I do those rankings, Infinity War is at the tippy top. Has Connor seen Shawshank? Because it might be time to show him. He has not seen Shawshank. You are absolutely right, though. It is time to show him. My daughter saw Shawshank around 13 as well. Although I do think girls, they're a little smarter at 13 than boys are, a little bit more mature. I think he's ready. I do think he would really appreciate that film, and he's willing to sit and watch pretty much anything. He loves watching films. So that's a great idea. I should get that queued up. I prefer the European ending to The Descent. Yeah, no shit, Rob. I've told this story before, but it still pisses the hell out of me off to this day. I did know there were two endings to The Descent. However, I did not know which one I bought on Amazon Prime when I bought the damn movie. I assumed it would be the good version. And so I had some friends over to watch this movie a couple years back for the first time. They had not seen it. I've seen The Descent 3 or 4 times, and so has my wife. We watched the movie, and the ending of The Descent, I think, carries the film from a B to an A. It pushes it a full letter grade higher because I think the ending's so powerful. We get to the ending, and it's some bullshit American version where the lead woman gets away and lives her life. And all I'm thinking is, what the fuck happened? This is not the ending. And I scrambled to shut it off and tell them, no, 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 this is not how it ends. This is not how it ends. But the damage was done. I went on YouTube afterwards with them and I showed them the original, or I guess because I think they released them both at the same time, depending on, where you were at. Oddly enough, I saw the European version in theaters in America. I've never been to Europe. I saw the good version. And I did hear when that movie came out that it was random about what version you got. I don't know if there's any truth to that or not. Could be complete hearsay bullshit, but that's what I heard at the time. Regardless, I was so distraught. And even after showing them the YouTube video, again, they already saw what they saw. Like you can't take that back. You can't Harry Potter rewind time with the Turner. That was my 9/11. Paul Brothers for Never for $10. Thank you. I saw some reactors watch The Mist for the first time and they hated it. Made me feel a weird type of way that I love it so much. Made me feel I was crazy for liking it so much. Dude, I love the Mist's ending is another one where it completely elevates the material from a very solid B to a striking golden A. I wouldn't want that ending any other way. It was just perfect in my opinion. Plus, it's a horror movie. I don't like horror movies that typically end on a good note. I want there to be the best episodes of X-Files end with a monster getting away at the end, or at least that tease that he's still there, in the weeds or underwater, percolating. Which movie has the couple with the best chemistry? Ruben James for $2. Thank you. Talking about a male-female, male duo. I give you both, I suppose. Male chemistry, I always just go with Dumb and Dumber because I think Carrie and Lloyd are so freaking funny together. I really like Walter Matthau and John. I always say his name wrong. Is it John Lemon? John Lemon? John Lemon. That's not right. So I do this every time. It's it's something else. It's not John at all. It's something else, Lemon. Grumpy old men actors. Jack Lemmon. God, I think John Lennon, Jack Lemmon. It fucks me every time. It's kind of like now with Liam Neeson and Liam Nielsen, Leslie Nielsen, Liam Neeson, Leslie Nielsen. They screw my brain up. But yeah, Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau in Grumpy Old Men, phenomenal chemistry between those two. If we're talking male-female duet, there's a movie which I've referenced a couple times. No one knows it except for me and one other person in the chat at one point. It's called Undercover Blues, and it stars Kathleen Turner and Dennis Quaid. And they are a dynamic duo. I really like them together. They're undercover agents / husband and wife. You've seen it before with Mr. and Mrs. Smith and things like that, but this one really works for me. Undercover Blues came out in the mid 90s, I think. Other ones that jump to the page of my mind, trying to think of any couples that I'm going to give you the best relationship chemistry I've ever seen, bar none. And it's not in a movie, it's in a TV show, and that is The Office. There is no way in hell you can't convince me that Jim and Pam don't love each other both off camera and on camera, because the chemistry between those two, the love in the eyes and the admiration and the yearning is palpable. It's unlike anything I've ever seen. So Jim and Pam have some of the best chemistry ever. Merlin Troutman for $5. Thank you, Merlin. What is your Halloween and Christmas movie traditions? What movies do you always watch around those times? Thanksgiving, our tradition, I'm going to throw Thanksgiving in for fun, is Addams Family Values because of the turkey stuff, because of the play, the pageant, and Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Those are the two go-tos. A lot of people do Planes, Trains, but most sleep on Addams Family Values for Thanksgiving. That's one to throw into the repertoire. Halloween is a mixed bag. We do not have a one we watch every year, although I've tried to make it a tradition to put the Frighteners on, at least in the background, because I fucking love the Frighteners. Peter Jackson Frighteners is awesome. I just watched Peter Jackson's Brain Dead or Dead Alive. I think it has two different titles depending on which part of the world you're in. It's kind of like Philosopher's Stone or Sorcerer's Stone. Brain Dead is awesome. I've been meaning to watch this movie. I actually have seen it, but I was like in high school when I watched it the first time. So it's been many years. I watched it with my daughter, Olivia. We both had a blast with it. Crazy movie. And that was kind of a precursor to what the Frighteners, I feel. The Frighteners feels more grounded yet silly Peter Jackson, whereas Brain Dead is just completely unhinged Peter Jackson, which we've never seen ever since. And fun fact about Brain Dead, the beginning of the film, we have some explorers who go to get a rat monkey hybrid thing from a little place called Skull Island. Yeah, they go to Skull Island in the movie to capture this creature, and then later Peter Jackson would go on to direct a King Kong movie, which for the first, like fucking hour and a half takes place on Skull Island. I found that to be a fun little thing. Halloween though, otherwise we watch I don't yeah, we just don't have a lot of because my kids are still relatively on the younger side. Every Halloween I've been introducing them to more and more adult movies as they get older. Last week we watched Pet Cemetery. Nobody cared for that one. Not even I really. I've seen Pet Cemetery a couple times when I was younger. That movie's held up like just absolute shit. We also watched Scooby Doo Zombie Island because I have the whole zombie thing coming up with a 31 on 31 collab. We didn't care for that one either. But we have what was I gonna say? Oh, Poltergeist. I don't think Connor has seen that one yet, so I have Poltergeist queued up for this Halloween. We'll probably watch two or three. Maybe we'll see where things shake out leading up to Halloween. But I got so many zombie movies; they're going to be sitting with those soon. Christmas, Home Alone 1 and 2 are must watches every year. Christmas Vacation is a must watch every year. Elf, we kind of throw it on. It's fine. We passively watch Elf. But really, Christmas Vacation and Home Alone 1 and 2 are the go-tos, and then we do a Potter marathon leading up to Christmas as well. Those just have there's a little bit of holiday in the Harry Potter movies, the early ones, so we count it. Oh, speaking of Harry Potter, what is your ranking? I believe I have a ranking for Harry Potter on the channel. Not that I stand by any of my rankings, because if you ask me the next day, I'll have a different criteria. But I always say the worst is Chamber of Secrets, and keep in mind I'm a big fan. I adore the Harry Potter movies. I love them front to back. Chamber's the worst, and it's ironically one of the best books in my opinion. Number one for me is, and it's the controversial pick, but I have to go with Goblet. I go with Goblet of Fire. I love the games, love the whimsy. It does a good job of blending both the dark aspects of the storyline. Obviously Lord Voldemort comes back, spoiler, at the end of 4, and it gets pretty grim. But then you also have the fun kids being kids stuff, the twins trying to get into it, Harry getting tips and tricks from people. It is probably the most veered off from the book series. I mean, this is the one where things really start to kind of take a turn as far as following the books to a T. And I will not argue with you, or those that argue this, that the story in Goblet is kind of a shit show in the movie. If you have not read the books, it's very hard to understand what's going on with this Barney Crouch character and who's this guy and what are these flashbacks and this pensive and all that stuff. It's kind of a mess, but I still freaking love the movie. Everything in between doesn't matter much to me. I would probably say Chamber worst, and then I would go. I mean, fuck, I don't even know. Uh, what is the fifth one called? The Order of the Phoenix, and I really like that one too. So everything else is just I don't even want to get into it. Okay, I don't want to get into it. Everything else is noise. They're all great. Are you a fan of the fact that I can't even read this person's name? Probably speaks volumes. Are you a fan of Dario Argento? Do you have a favorite? What is this? Dario Argento. He's an Italian film director and screenwriter. I don't know any of this person's stuff. Inferno. I've heard of that. Suspiria. They remade that. The Bird with the Crystal, you say plumage or plumage? That one might be, is that a zombie movie? Because that one might be on my list. I don't know if that's on my, that's not a zombie. It doesn't look like it's a zombie movie. I apologize. I don't know this gentleman. It looks like he does some wild stuff though. Oh, hang on. Wait, why is Dawn of the Dead on here for, did he direct Dawn of the Dead? I thought that was Romero. Yeah, George Romero directed that. Why the fuck is this guy getting credit? Is he the writer? No. George Romero's the writer too. Hmm. Google's on drugs. He was a producer and editor for Dawn of the Dead. Okay. There you go. There you go. Giallo is a genre of film that's like mystery, thriller, horror. I've never heard that term in my life. Giallo, pronounce. Ja, Giallo. 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 Okay. Adam does have much Italian cinema under his belt. It's okay. Giallo. Giallo. I need my pineapple for $5. Oh, thank you. Also, why do you get so many super chats when other channels barely get super chats when they go live? Don't mean any disrespect, just curious. I don't know. I think it's because I'm engaging with you guys. Why the fuck did it just give me the thumbs up? I didn't do a thumbs up. Scan. Oh my god, it's going all over the place right now. Now I'm in the sky. What else can I do? Now I'm in a what the fuck is this? Give me this background. Now I'm in like the Teletubbies world. What else can I do? What are these default backgrounds? These are terrible. Oh, I'm at the park now. Hey guys, don't mind me. I'm just at the park doing a live. It sure sounds good in this park. Great acoustics. Man, the defaults are just atrocious. All right, let's enough dinking around. Yeah, I think it's because I'm just chatting with you guys. Other channels typically have a guest host on and they're talking to each other. If I do another live with like Tony, um, or anybody else, I rarely get more than a couple super chats for that live stream because they're just listening to two people talk to each other and not so much to people watching. I think that's the difference, and that's why I started doing the Wednesday nights where I just hang out and chat one on one or one on 70 or however many people are watching. Ruben James for $2. Thank you. How old were Olivia Connor when they got the talk? Oh God. Um, I don't think there was an age. We didn't just like mark the calendar for the talk. It kind of just naturally got brought up when we felt they were ready to hear things. It was more of a natural progression. Like questions come up, or we watch something, or they hear something, or the conversation just kind of leads there naturally. There was no sit down with the hand on the lap, like tapping them, like, all right, son, I'm going to tell you about the birds and the bees. I assume that's the talk you're referring to. Bing bong for $5. Thank you. Is your family one that watches a lot of Christmas movies during December, or do you like 3 to 4 during, or do you watch like 3 to 4 during the Christmas season? I don't even know what that means. Isn't the Christmas season just December? I don't, we watch we have Christmas going My family, which basically is just my wife, since she dictates everything in the house. Christmas starts here the day after Thanksgiving. Once Thanksgiving's done, the tree comes up, the ornaments are up, the lights are up, the Santas are out. It's all happened. I've had to fight tooth and nail to keep Christmas from coming before Thanksgiving. We've had the debate, we've had the back and forth. I'm not sure I've won every year on it, but I think that's something I've put my foot down on in recent memory. But once the tree's up, Christmas is on. So Lindsay will be having Christmas movies just running around the clock, whether anybody's watching or not. $2 from Lone Wolf. Thank you. Hey, Adam, who are some of your favorite artists? I'm not sure what you mean by artists. You mean like graphic artists, like comic artists? Because I don't know dick about comics or comics about dick. If you mean like actors or musicians, or you don't need to leave a super chat again. I'll wait for you to respond in the comments and then I can go from there. But as far as like artists, oh, music. Thank you. I got you. Favorite artists, I run the gamut. Jimmy Eat World was kind of one that I loved growing up as a teenager, and I think teens are the most impressionable years. So a lot of that stuff kind of sticks with you for the long haul. Jimmy, though, has always been fun for me. I like the punk rock genre, but like Metallica, I think are awesome. I've always liked their music. Maybe not so much their new stuff, but they have enough good stuff in the chamber for me to appreciate them. If you we could go genre to genre, we could go yacht for yacht if you want, but I would say Megadeth, Metallica. I'm a huge Linkin Park guy. Pour one out for Chester, but I do like Linkin Park, and even new Linkin Park. I'm happy they're back. If you want to go pop princesses, I don't mind Taylor. I don't mind Swift. I can't say I'm a Swiftie. I haven't liked her recent albums, but you throw in some Olivia Rodrigo, I'm a pretty happy camper. I like her stuff. Carpenter's not bad either. A little B. Spears back in the day, never hurt anyone. Country can just fly off a cliff. I don't care about country music. Punk rock outside of Jimmy Eat World. Actually, if you go back to rock, I'm a huge fan of Billy Talent, Canadian band. They're really good. Our Lady Peace has a bunch of great albums, not so much their newer stuff. Let's see. Keane, Keane. As far as artists go, I think that they are brilliant. I think they're bigger in Europe than they are in America, but they had a couple hits here. Older stuff, I like a lot of hair metal bands. Or like what do you even call Journey's not like a hair metal band. What do you call Journey or Styx or REO Speedwagon or fuck any of those like kind of I don't even know what the term is for those guys. I like The Boss, I like Bruce Springsteen, I like a little Tom Petty. Yeah, I don't have like a favorite go-to, but I don't really have a favorite anything. I don't have a favorite color. My daughter asked me again today. She's like, your favorite color is blue, right? I'm like, I like blue a lot, but I like a lot of colors. I can't say I have a favorite color. It just so I even movies. It's kind of a genre thing for me. It's really hard to pinpoint one thing in each category. Phoenix Pyro Pixie for gave a $5 super sticky. Now I can't talk. Super sticker. Thank you. Super sticky. Smash for $4.99. Thanks, Smash. I apparently wreck your life with my super chats. Deep red is Argento gold. You should see it. Yeah, you throw me for a loop. I wouldn't say you wreck my life. You just keep me on my toes. What was that term now so that I forget it next time? Giallo. Giallo. I forgot how to say it. Giallo, I think. That's a genre. The Flute Wizard for $5. Thank you, Flute. Here's another super chat, baby. Hope you have a lovely Hope you have a lovely seas, short for spooky season. Enjoy all the wisdom you get infinitely. I appreciate that, Flute Wizard. Giallo. Unless that's Giallo. Giallo. The Allman Brothers. Okay. Oh, I like. Oh man, if we're gonna go a little bit more classical. Oh God, who? Now I'm forgetting them. It's not. They're a different brothers duo, but they're not the Allman Brothers. They're not the Doobie Brothers. Man, my math teacher played them every day. We went. Simon and Garfunkel. Are they brothers? They might not be brothers. Are Simon and Garfunkel brothers? No. Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel were not brothers. Okay. Well, there you go. I lost my train of thought. Hang on. Where was I at? Oh, I was looking. I saw super chats come through. Do you like any Korean horror? Thank you, Smash, for the $4.99. Let's see. I'm not sure. Korean, best Korean horror movies. Train to Busan, I'm going to be rewatching because that's on the zombie list. I remember really enjoying that one, but I'm rewatching it probably in the next couple days. The Wailing I saw last year off a recommendation, thought it was very damn well done. Very solid film. Let's see. What else have I seen in here? I'm just combing through the ones that come up because I would probably have seen The Host. I love The Host. I've seen that movie probably 4 times now. I really enjoyed the fact that the lead character is this bumbling idiot. You want to talk about a coming to age? He kind of does have a coming to age moment because he starts out like such a doofus, and by the end of it, he's kind of the strong alpha male that survives. It's very cool. Parasite is the director of, I think, isn't Parasite the same director that did The Host? I can never say his name properly, but I really like all his stuff. Bong Joon-ho, I think. Oh, The Uninvited is a Korean one. See, I haven't seen that, but it's showing up again. Memoir or Memories of Murder, I've also seen. That was another very good movie. What else on here have I seen? There was a little chunk of time. It wasn't a large window, but there was a little window where I did kind of dive into some Korean films in the horror. You guys are going to be people that have known me for a while are disgusted when I tell them this, but I've only seen Old Boy, the Spike Lee American version, and I enjoyed that movie, but I have not seen the original. I know, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. I need to watch it. Paul Bros for Never for $10. Thank you. Which young adult fantasy series, Maze Runner, Harry Potter, Divergent, Pirates, Hunger Games, do you feel had the most potential to keep going and not end where the series did? What's HP? That's Harry Potter, right? That ended where it should have. So let's throw that right out the window. That ended perfectly. Divergent was Diverge shit. Maze Runner was lame. Hunger Games finished. Do you feel the most potential to keep going and not end where the series did? Hunger Games ended though. What's Pirates? You mean Pirates of the Caribbean? That ended too. Am I losing my mind? And that's not even, I don't even think Pirates is based off of like a young fantasy series. I'm waiting for Paul Bro to clarify. Because Pirates is not, which young adult fantasy series? I guess I just didn't consider Pirates to be a young adult fantasy series because it's not based on a set of books, is it? He can clarify. Based on this, though, I did not like Maze Runner. I did not like Divergent. Hunger Games definitely cash grabbed the last book and should not have. It could have ended much. I think it could have ended a lot better than it did. Paul Bros is living in 2009 where the series didn't finish. I'm saying which series could have kept going. Oh, that's fair. Harry Potter could have kept going, but they ended it so well. I'm glad they didn't. And then we saw what happened when they tried with the stupid Fantastic Beasts shit. Harry Potter should have done more in that universe and not Fantastic Beasts. Like there was way more opportunity for that universe. Lone Wolf for $2. Thank you. Are you a Dexter fan like Cody and Sean? I am a fan of Dexter seasons 1 through 4. I think they are damn fine. Like it's a damn fine set of shows, and then it just kept going. I did not like season. Well, 5 was okay. 5 was like a huge step down from 4 with John Lithgow, and then from there it just got dumber and dumber. It turned into The Walking Dead, where every season was just such an embarrassment of the former. And I did finish the whole initial run, but I was so bitter and hated how they ended that last season. They gave the fans nothing. Like, how do you not close that on a satisfying level by having the police precinct figure out who he is and go after him? It was just they took it from us. And I know that it's come back in several different forms, including the new Dexter that has now been greenlit for another season, Resurrection or whatever it's called. I just don't care. I really don't. I'm really picky, and I've said this to those guys before. I actually, when I went to MegaCon with them 2 years back, I said in front of the audience, I'm a little bitch when it comes to mainly horror movies. It seems like more than any others. As soon as they get dumb, and as soon as they start to lose me, they lose me. I have not seen any of the Friday the 13th after like the second movie. I haven't seen any of the Nightmare on Elm Streets after like the second movie, or Halloween. I haven't seen past the third movie. And I only recently watched the third movie because I thought Halloween 2 sucked. The original Halloween 2. I mean, it's different now because I do this as a second full-time job. So I pretty much watch everything and I bite the bullet and go to the garbage, even though I would never pay money to see it if I wasn't reviewing the movie. But like even when I was in high school and I had a lot of free time, I wasn't wasting it watching stuff that started getting shitty. Because as soon as the writers and the directors start making crap they know isn't good, I'm not gonna reward them. So Dexter, yeah, it lost me. That said, it's funny you bring it up because Connor, 13 years old, maybe a little too young. Good parenting. He's been watching Dexter and he is now on season 4. The best like way to end it out. I told him seasons 1 through 4 are really good. If you want to continue on, that's on you. I won't say much. Just 4 is a nice place to close it out, if you're asking me. Well, you're wise that life is short and too precious and bad things should be rewarded. Yeah, I'm wise, but now the joke's on me because I'm going to Strangers Chapter 2, and now I am wasting my life watching a bunch of absolute shit. Welcome to primetime, bitch. Have you seen No Other Land? Thoughts on what's going on currently in Palestine? No, I have not, and I don't have anything to say about any of that other than war is awful. I know it's a hot take. It's crazy. I think honestly, I think it's wild that so many people know so much about that conflict because I know very little other than two sides have been fighting a war for since before I was born. I don't know who's in the right. It seems like everyone's in the wrong, but people are really compassionate about one side or the other. And I know I just don't, I'm not educated enough to even take a stand one way or the other on it. I do find it kind of depressing, though, that so many Americans seem to have a really like compassionate, like hard stance on that. But then if you ask them anything about what's going on with our politics, they have no fucking clue. Like, oh, you haven't heard about this? Wow, that's crazy. But you know everything going on over there. Wild. But yeah, no, I don't do politics. This is a movie channel. Uh Back to basics. I've been to Dover. Did any actresses contribute to a sexual awakening? For me, it was SJP in Hocus. Oh, Sarah Jessica Parker in Hocus Pocus, Natasha Henstridge in Species, and Halle Berry in the Flintstones. Yabba Dabba Doo is right. Oh yeah, Natasha Henstridge. Was she only in the first Species? They made like 5 of those. She's naked a lot in that first one. I was already kind of sexually woken up before Species, I believe. Species has to be what, late 90s? Species movie release date, maybe mid 90s? July 7th, 1995. Okay, yeah, mid 90s, right in the middle. So to age myself, I would have been 13 when Species came out. Yeah, that's about the time. It probably didn't hurt anything. I don't know if there was one actress though that really got me. Weirdly enough, I was playing a lot of video games too, and I feel like Sonya Blade from one of the Mortal Kombat games really did it for me. It might have been MK2 with the like yoga green pants and that Killer Instinct chick. I never played Killer Instinct, but I remember her being really hot when I was like 13 or 14. When did Mortal Kombat 2 come out? Mortal Kombat 2 game release date. 1993, 82, 92. Yeah, I would have been 11. That was in the arcade, so it was probably when it came home. Release date on consoles. 93. Yeah. Oh, it came home. It ported to consoles in 94, 95, and 96. Super Nintendo in 94, Genesis 94. That would have been it. Sonya Blade, 12-year-old Adam. That was my awakening. And to your point of these other actresses, obviously that did not hurt anything. And now it's just a celebration in the comments of yeah, Chun-Li, obviously. Chun-Li and Cammy. Katana, yep, yep. Katana and Melina. When I was a kid, Jasmine from Aladdin and Roxanne from a Goofy movie. Yeah, oh for sure. Oh my god, Laura Croft. Thank you, Rob. That's the one. Laura Croft is the one. I was one of those kids that, oh god, what was I? Was I in? I would have been in middle school. When did Tomb Raider come out? Tomb Raider video game release date. Original, sorry. 1996. Yeah, so I was 14. I remember the rumors, and they were in like all the video games magazines and stuff that you could see Lara Croft naked in the video game if you like positioned her in the whatever her training room was, and then you had to do some specific type of a backflip handstand thing, and You better believe I spent a good amount of time trying to see those polygon beauties. But alas, it was a rumor, never to come true. Well, I mean, now I'm sure it has, but then Smash for 4.99. Thank you. 1997. Do you prefer Del Toro's Mimic or Hayam's The Relic? Now, I do know what you're talking about here, Smash, and I have seen both of these films. I remember thinking Mimic was a lot creepier. That movie was disturbing as shit with the giant, like, cockroach people, and then you have the blind kid doing the spoons. The Relic was cool. I remember the trailers being very cool and it not really living up to the promise, because that's the one where they're at the museum, right? And there's this ancient creature. Am I thinking of the right movie? The Relic movie. Is this the one that takes place in a museum? Or am I wrong on this? A thrilling tale about a deadly creature at large in the Chicago Field Museum. Yep, okay. I have seen this. Yeah, I thought Mimic was more disturbing, and that one got several sequels, which I didn't see because without Del Toro, what's the point? I want Del Toro to direct the next Spawn film. Oh, that would be cool. That would be pretty interesting. I could watch Relic again. I might need to watch that again. That could be a good one for, well, both of them actually. Mimic and the Relic would be good for Halloween season. Are you excited for Predator Badlands? I am excited for Predator Badlands quite a bit because I really liked Prey, and it's the same team. Shot out of a cannon, Rudy from Gen X Reviews. Thank you, Rudy, for $10. Beautiful. How excited are you to be on my? How excited are you to be in my zombie short movie for this upcoming 31 on 31? Can I talk you into a love scene? Oh, Rudy, you just need to ask, man. You just need to ask. As long if it's with you, then I'm already there. Pants are already off. I am very excited for this. Although you told me that I'm an off-camera presence, I'm only a speaking actor, which I feel like this is a face. I feel like this is a face that needs to be seen in front of the camera, but it's fine. I'll do my best at a voiceover. Yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait to see what you cook up. Lone Wolf for $5. Thank you. And also, guys, subscribe to Gen X Reviews. Rudy's good shit. Lone Wolf for $5. Thank you, Lone Wolf. Resurrection, great Peter Dinklage, Kristen Ritter, David, I can't say that last name, Desmalchian? Uma Thurman had great moments. What fucking movie? Resurrection. Is this a movie? Resurrection movie. I have not seen this if this is a thing. Like Alien Resurrection? Resurrection, Uma Thurman. Are you fucking with me? What is this? Dexter? Oh, is this the Dexter Resurrection? Is that what we're back to? Oh, I think I did know Kristen Ritter was in that. I didn't know about the other people, though. Huh. Okay, let me ask you this, since it's Halloween and an axe. Do I need to watch the Lumberjack Dexter season? Because I've seen the original 9 or 8, whatever it went. Do I need to waste my time with whatever Dexter Begins or whatever? Not Begins. I know there's like a prequel thing. I don't care about that. But I know there was a season or 2 where he's the lumberjack. Do I have to care about that at all? Nope, I didn't. Oh, so this guy's saying, yeah. Is it good? Okay, I need you to give me a couple things here. Are we in agreement that everything post season 5 of Dexter is pretty much terrible. Can we agree on that? And if we can agree on that, would you say that Dexter Resurrection is better than those? Is it closer to something like a season 1 through 4? Because that would get me in, that would get me on board. Yeah, I do like Clancy Brown. Was it just one season, the lumberjack stuff? So, God, I forgot. There's so much shit in Dexter. I forgot that she had a couple kids. I didn't know he had a son. Was that knowledge I was supposed to know, or is that something that happened after the original run? It's on par with the first 4 seasons. Interesting. New Blood was where I found Skylar Wright too. Okay, well maybe I'll jump into Resurrection then. Maybe I'll give it a shot. Maybe I'm wondering if I should wait for Connor at this point. Because it's not like I'm gonna review it now. I might as well just wait for him to finish up whatever he's gonna do with Dexter if he keeps going after 4. He's burning through it fast. Did you ever watch Penny Dreadful? It was kind of good, then it fell off. No, I didn't watch that one. I did. Is that the one where they replaced the actress with the chick with the like spaced out eyes? That's hot, but she has those unnaturally far eyes. She was in the new Fantastic Four. What's her name? Kirby, something Kirby, Vanessa Kirby. Because it started out as the Bond chick, and I'm forgetting her name. I'm forgetting everybody's name right now. That season of Dexter is the alien Earth of the Dexter franchise. Oh God. Eva Green. Yeah, that was Penny Dreadful. I swore I saw something that Vanessa Kirby took over in that role at some point. Or maybe it's not Vanessa Kirby. It's that other chick with the spaced eyes from Game of Thrones. Spaced eyes chicks are wild. What was her name? I Yeah, Anya Taylor Joy is another one. There's 3 of them. There's the Holy Trinity. There's Vanessa Kirby, there's Anya Taylor Joy, and there it is, Natalie Dormer, the queen of them all. Did she take over for Penny Dreadful, or am I making everything up right now? Zegler has those asymmetrical eyes too. Yeah, she does. She kind of does. I can tell you Resurrection is the closest to seasons 1, 2, and 4. That's good to know. That's comforting to know. The Hunt is a good movie. I heard it was good. The Menu is great. I saw that movie a couple times. I thought that was fantastic. If they stand next to each other, it's like a magic eye poster. Oh my God. I don't think anyone under the age of like 30 would understand that reference. Magic eye posters were so big for like 6 months and then no one cared anymore. People had magic eye posters up on their walls in their houses. I remember going into someone's house and they had a framed magic eye poster, and I'd stand there and be like, is it a boat? I wasn't great at it. Are you wait. Are you mixing Cara Delevingne in Carnival Row? No, I don't think so. Penny Dreadful replaces main actress. While a new lead actress is not brought in to replace the original for a new season, the franchise did continue with a new spin off series, Penny Dreadful City of Angels, which featured a new lead. Was that the one? Natalie Dormer joins Penny Dreadful City of Angels. That's what it was. There's your Skywalk. Sorry, sometimes I quote that line from Die Hard 2 where they're looking for the Anik Skywalk. There's your service entry. There's your Skywalk. It's just ridiculous. Are you done making rants on the rant channel? Yeah, right now I am. It was too much. The work, the family, the second job here. It was too much to like add a third thing into the mix. But it's still there. The videos are still there. Greetings from Germany. You have no idea how much better your channel is than your conformist German ones. Good work. Okay. Good. That's good to know. Thank you. I'm 44 years old. Last year was the first time I could ever see one. Maybe I'd have a better time seeing them now too, that I'm kind of going blind. Maybe the somewhat out of focus visual that I have now by default would help me see the 3D better. Works almost as a superpower. I still have mine up. Beautiful. The magic eye will always remind me of Mallrats. Yeah, that's a great little gag that they could do. Dude, off topic, but you gotta watch Sopranos if you like Dexter. I got a buddy who loves Sopranos, lives and dies by it. I've tried that damn show 3 or 4 different occasions, and I always get to like the third episode, and I just do not care at all. But I'm sure it gets very, very good the longer you stick with it. Just, I've never had the desire to stick with it. So I saw the Real Rejects react to This Is the End recently. Do you like that film, Adam? I don't remember if it was a good comedy or bad comedy. I liked it. I remember thinking it was very funny. Loved all the cameos, the random like Rihanna's in there, and you got Hermione showing up. Michael Cera was hilarious. Yeah, there was a lot of funny stuff. I think it's pretty underrated actually. Adam, that is the most random movie quote I've ever heard. Rudy, I have a lot of random movie quotes. I think those are the most fun when it's basically a one man inside joke. I do that one, and I do a quote from the Fantastic Four, the original, not the like shitty one that didn't go to theaters, but the first one that went to theaters with the guy from Nip Tuck, R.I.P. I believe he passed away a year or so back. He says at one point as Doom, he goes, I always wanted power. And he says it in just such a weird way. Like, normally, if you'd see that in a script and you'd play it out in the scene, it would be, I always wanted power. Or it's like I always wanted power. Something more matter of factly. But he does it in such a flippant, like, I always wanted power. It's just hilarious. So I like to say that whenever the opportunity strikes, which, believe it or not, I find a way more often than not. I always wanted power. Just because you mentioned Die Hard 2, it made me think of Robert Patrick. Yes, the T-1000 is in Die Hard 2 in a very small, unceremonious scene. In one of the funniest, silly scenes in the film, where John McClane is shooting at bad guys who are pretending to be painters up on scaffolds, And John McClane lays on the ground and he just starts rolling on the ground, shooting, which is so ridiculous and would make things so much harder than just like staying in one place and shooting. And like the fact that he's just kind of like awkwardly, slowly rolling on the ground, and these guys have like semi autos, I think. It just the whole thing was so fucking funny. I saw Ad Astra with Brad Pitt. It's watchable. Yes, I would say that was my takeaway too. It's watchable. Lone Wolf for $2. Thank you. Favorite Jim Carrey film for me: Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I like most of his catalog. That's a great film. If we're going drama Carrey, I go Truman Show. If we're going straight comedy Carrey, Dumb and Dumber is my favorite of his. But like I said, I think I prefer to watch now on repeat Cable Guy because there's so many little gems in that film and parts that I think are hilarious. And you also have Ben Stiller cameoing in that. He also directed that film. You have Owen Wilson in there for a little bit. You have Andy Dick for a little bit. You have Jack Black for a tiny bit. I mean, there's so many. Janine Garofalo, like the whole Ben Stiller crew is there in a little capacity. It's just a damn funny movie. But my favorite is Dumb and Dumber. It's always been my favorite. Me, Myself, and Irene. A lot of people slept on that one. Hilarious film as well. Just Being Me for $5. You ever thought of reviewing older movies from the 80s or 90s, like a Flashback Friday segment? Anyway, keep up the great work. I've wanted to do that for a long time. Unfortunately, the algorithm is super harsh when it comes to reviewing. I got an itch. Reviewing things that aren't, I guess, like modern and new and in the zeitgeist. So if I had a channel that was like a retro channel and that's what my thing was, then yeah, I would play nice with the algorithm because people know, oh, Adam's doing an 80s movie. Just randomly doing it is very hard because the numbers just wouldn't be there and I wouldn't show up in search results and I would get penalized for it because the audience I have here is more interested, at least a good chunk of them are more interested in what's new, not so much reviewing Terminator 1 or something from like the 80s or 90s. It's just it's not in the cards. Now, if I was at like Jeremy Johns or Stuckman levels of subscriber numbers, then I could do whatever the fuck I wanted and I wouldn't care if I was getting 100,000 views as opposed to 500,000 views. That wouldn't make a difference, but that's not even close to where we're at right now, unfortunately. However, I have reviewed a good chunk of older movies on Patreon and on YouTube join memberships. There's like a tier. I think it's at the dollar tier. You can access a lot of those videos. But anyway, Smash for $4.99. Thank you, Smash. Speaking of Ad Astra, I love space movies. Do you have a favorite space movie? I got a lot of favorite space movies. I love them myself. I would go with Interstellar as a gem of mine. I really like that movie. I think Christopher Nolan is brilliant there. He's at his finest on Interstellar. I also really like, if we're going more modern, The Martian was fantastic. One of Ridley Scott's last really great films. Just ask him. He loves his own movies, apparently, he recently stated. Old man Ridley Scott's like, new movies suck. I like my stuff. My stuff's all great, though. He's not totally wrong. Aliens, sci-fi, space, awesome. I like Gravity as a bottle episode movie. I like the just against all odds type of situation. I love Apollo 13. I love a good based on true story film, and Apollo 13 nails it. What else is in space that I really like? Obviously Star Wars. I'm a sucker for the OG Star Wars films. Star Trek, the modern ones, I really like the modern trilogy. I love Star Trek Generations, but I did not like any of those Star Trek movies. The J.J. Abrams stuff is really good for me. It works. Other space movies, Earth Girls Are Easy, not so much. Didn't care for that one. I would have to sit on it a little bit longer, but those are the ones that immediately jump out to me. Spaceballs, yeah, classic. No, I did not like that Sandler movie. Did not like that at all. I'm not excited about Black Phone 2, but it's been getting really good reviews, so now I'm at least like curious where it goes. I do like the first Black Phone, but it did not feel like a movie that needed to be like a series, nor did the Grabber seem like a character that needed to be the next thing. You know, like, oh, this is our new Pennywise or Chucky. We got the Grabber. He's a pedo. He's supposed to dress up as him as Halloween. It's a little weird. I've heard very mixed reviews for Black Phone 2. Oh, okay. Well, I like honestly, I don't really watch any YouTube reviews or read any reviews. Sometimes when I'm on Twitter, I'll see something come in and it's always from some random bullshitter I've never heard from before who got early access. So I see that and I guess the propaganda works because then I go, "Oh, well, this is probably like total bullshit, but okay, maybe it's good." Sunshine? What is Sunshine? Is that the Adam Sandler movie? Oh no, I don't know what Sunshine is. Killian Murphy, Danny Boyle, Rose Byrne, Michelle Yeoh, Chris Evans. Holy crap! There's a lot of Benedict Wong, Mark Strong. Jesus, what is this? I've never even heard of this movie. Who are these people? Came out in 2007. A team of international astronauts is sent on a dangerous mission to reignite the dying sun with a nuclear fission bomb in 2057. What? Sounds wild. Huh. Spaceman was the Adam Sandler movie. Okay. Yeah. I've never heard of that. Huh. Yeah, that's a amazing cast. Obviously in 2007 some of those folks weren't as big as they are now even, but that's cool. All right, folks, we're over. Oh, we're at an hour and a half. Holy crap! I think it's probably time to wind down. I could do the target thing tonight, I suppose. We like to set goals and make them a little challenging. I say we when it's just me. Let's do a goal to go a little longer, so that my wife can be mad that I haven't come to bed yet and wake her up. We'll do 5 super chats for $10, and the timer is at a scant 15 minutes. And that means I will stay an additional 15 minutes. So it's basically 15 minutes plus 15 minutes. That's wild. Okay. Goal is set. Got a super chat from Lone Wolf for $5. Thank you. Adam Sandler needs to do more Uncut Gem type films. His comedy has fallen off hard. I agree. Uncut Gems was a very nice little film. His comedy has not worked for me in decades, though. I mean, decades. Pitch Black is fantastic. Vin Diesel, Pitch Black. Is that a trilogy? I know there's a couple of them. Oh, $4.99 from Smash. I missed this. Money to Rent Sunshine. Thank you, Smash. I appreciate that. When did you stop watching the Purge movies, Adam? After number one? Number one didn't do much for me. It was fine. They've made like 6 of those, haven't they? The Purge movie list. There are 5. The Purge Anarchy, the Purge Election Year, the First Purge, and the Forever Purge. I think I saw the Forever Purge 2, but I only watched like half of it and I thought it sucked. And I was getting tired and I never cared to finish it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what happened. It's been a few years since a purge. Let's see, 2013, 2014. Then we had a 2-year gap to 2016. Then we had another 2-year gap to 18. And then we had a 3-year gap to 21. Well, where the fuck is the sixth Purge movie, guys? It's been 3 years. No, it's been 4 years. What is going on with the Purge-averse? I'm with you, Mr. Nice Guy. Hey, Adam, what's your thoughts on Step Brothers? For whatever reason, I really don't like it. I don't really like it either. I thought it was going to be the next Dumb and Dumber for me. I think the problem is, and I might be completely pulling this out of my ass as I often do, it was a lot of ad-libbing, and that comedy just didn't work for me in the film. Maybe it was all scripted. In either case, it didn't work for me, but I thought for sure those guys were going to knock it out of the park. And it just, after like 20 minutes of the shtick, I was over it. I know some people love it. I'm not one of those people. It's Will Ferrell, and I'm forgetting the name of the other gentleman. Step Brothers actors. And I like him too. He plays like Steve Brell in Tim and Eric. John C. Reilly. That's who it is. Got a gorgeous super chat from Smash again, $9.99, shot out of a cannon. Are you a fan of the old Sinbad movies that Ray Harrison worked on? So do you mean Sinbad the comedian? I only know him from, let me get his movies up. I know him from, like, was it Man of the House? House Guest. I remember liking House Guest. I thought that movie was pretty funny. Oh my god, Sinbad's in Meteor Man? I forgot about that. I've seen Meteor Man. That movie's terrible, but I was pretty young when it came out, so I watched it a couple times. But it's a pretty stupid movie. I freaking love Necessary Roughness. That's my favorite Sinbad movie. And Sinbad's not in it that much, but it's a damn fun movie. It's a football movie, comeback story of this ragtag group that hasn't won a game all season. They bring in a quarterback who's far too old, and it's a laugh out loud film. And Rob Schneider is utilized in the best way possible, basically just as an announcer who has no more than a minute of screen time, and he's perfect in it. That's right, Jingle All the Way. I don't mind Jingle All the Way. It's weird, but it's kind of fun. It's kind of a dumb shit show of a movie that I enjoy. I did not see the Cherokee Kid, and I intentionally didn't see the first Kid. That looked awful. I saw Coneheads not that long ago. People were telling me Coneheads was great, and there is a really awesome cast. That movie didn't do anything for me. I found it to be pretty bad. Maybe it didn't help that I don't think the Coneheads are funny. Never thought the SNL skit was funny, but that movie did nothing for me. You're talking about the I love how I just went on a 3-minute Sinbad side quest, and you're talking about the old retro Clash of the Titans and Argonauts. Yes. Oh my god. That's why I wasn't sure when you said Sinbad which version you were talking about. I didn't really register the Harryhausen as the guy that does those. That's fucking gold. I really enjoy Clash of the Titans. I think that is such a bizarre, fun movie. The stop motion's great. Medusa looks cool and creepy as hell. I like the little stupid robot owl thing companion. I watched it not that long ago. You can actually see Smash once again fucking me over. You can see I did a movie feud back in the day. I would pit two movies head to head. I did Clash of the Titans, the original versus the newer version, which I also don't mind the first Clash of the Titans remake. I thought it was pretty cool actually with the modern effects. Didn't like the sequel at all. I thought that was terrible. But yeah, I am a fan of those old claymation stop motion films. I think they're cool. I really hate the Clash remake. Yeah, well, it's not for everyone. I enjoyed it, but you know me, I'm super easy to please. Lone Wolf for $5. Thank you. Cody said you have two different types of opinions on Black Phone 2. Either you will love to hate it, or you're gonna love and hate. There's a lot going on here. You have two different types of opinion. Black Phone 2, either you will love to hate one, or you're gonna love one and hate two. He didn't like two. Oh, okay. You're either gonna love the sequel but not like the first, or you're gonna love the first and hate the second. Well, what if so Cody's an idiot? No, I like Cody. But I think there's a third option. I think there's me, which is I thought Black Phone 1 was all right. I did not love Black Phone 1. I did not hate it. I thought it was perfectly fine. Again, I don't think it needed a second movie because of that. So maybe I'll think the second one's all right as well. Guess we'll find out. Gaz, here's some for 349. Thank you. Thoughts on the Hills Have Eyes remake? I do not like the Hills Have Eyes. I think it's a gross movie and not in a fun, gross way. I think the way that it's shot and the way that it's just everything about that movie is just it's kind of like I Spit on Your Grave, the newer version of I Spit on Your Grave. There's a certain way that some of this stuff's filmed where it feels like they are sexualizing horrible things that are happening. And I Spit on Your Grave was one that was really like that. And Hills Have Eyes has some disturbing moments that just they're not pleasant to watch, even in a like shocking way. They're just bad to watch. I mean, because I can watch plenty of shocking stuff where someone's getting their head cut off and then they like eat the head and then they kick it around or something just ridiculous. I like the Terrifier movies, but those still have like an evil but playful, fun spirit to them where it's kind of in on its own game. Whereas Hills Have Eyes just feels kind of mean spirited and overly sexual in a weird way. If that makes sense. I'm not explaining it the best, but so I don't care about a remake. Smash for 9.99. Thank you. Just because I fuck you up. What about Flash Gordon 1980 movie? I have seen Flash Gordon, but it has been way too long. And it was one of those things where I watched it on TV, so who knows what they cut from it. Although it was probably only rated like it was probably PG, right? There's nothing there's nothing too intense. Did they even do ratings when this shit 1980? What was this rated? Yeah, PG. Okay. I'm sure it's campy as crap today. I remember thinking it was all right when I was a kid. All right, let me catch up. I think I caught up on super chats. Did we what do we have for time on the I know we got two from Smash. The Smashing Machine. Smashing Machine. Oh my god, I don't like hearing myself talk. Okay, we got 4 minutes left. Sorry, I have no super chat money left. But what did you think of the House of Wax remake with Paris Hilton? I don't remember it. I know I saw it, and I really couldn't tell you a single thing about the film. I don't think it was terrible. I just do not remember it at all. I liked it when Paris Hilton died. I remember liking that too. I remember enjoying that as well. She died hard. I do remember that. We need to go back to talking about Sinbad again, and I'm referring to the actor from Houseguest. Who's your favorite filmmaker? Again, I don't really have favorites of anything in life. I'm just such a dud like that. But my top ones are definitely Spielberg, Nolan, and Fincher. Although Fincher has really let me down in the last like 15 years. He just doesn't do anything anymore. He's in Netflix hell, Netflix prison. I like Tarantino quite a bit too, just because he's got such a unique style. But yeah, I've always been a Spielberg guy, first and foremost. Oh God, get out of here with that. Live action Land Before Time would hit hard. The original hits hard. That movie's hard to watch. It's brutal. Watching Littlefoot cry next to his dead husk of a mother, mommy, mama, and then her disembodied voice telling him to follow the tree star to the Great Valley. Oh my God. Don't lose your way for each passing day. You've come so far. Don't throw it away. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. And Sarah, you're not going to replicate a bitch like Sarah. Oh my God, she was the worst. You got Sarah, you got Spike, you got Petrie, you got Littlefoot. I couldn't list off probably half the capitals in the United States, but I can tell you the entire cast list of The Land Before Time. Sharptooth. Spielberg is awesome. Favorite Spielberg movie? That's like asking me my favorite child, which is easy. It's Jurassic Park. But Spielberg, I mean, I got a lot of favorites. I love Jurassic Park. I love Jaws. E.T.'s a classic. I even like Ready Player One. I know it gets a lot of shit and it's not perfect, but I thought that was Spielberg kind of back again. You know, some of his camera tricks were there, some of his spirit was there. Obviously he's got some tougher stuff to watch too. But Bridge of Spies is pretty damn good. Um I really obviously like Schindler's List. I don't like it, but you know, I appreciate it. It's a heartbreaking film to watch. He's just got Close Encounters of the Third Kind is a classic. I tried showing the kids that. I think they were too young to appreciate it. I might try to revisit that because I did buy the like 4K remaster like 4 years ago when it came out. I want to watch that one again. I think Last Crusade is my favorite. Watched the most. Yeah, Last Crusade is my favorite of the Indiana Jones movies. It goes Last Crusade, then it goes I would say Last Crusade, Raiders would be first, and then I would say I suppose not Crystal Skull. I would go Temple, and then Crystal Skull fuck, and then the new one, that dumb new one. Yeah, I go back and forth between Raiders and Last Crusade, but I don't know. I like the combo. I like the combo, the father son. Oh God, yeah. Saving Private Ryan's just chef's kiss. I mean, it's you're on the winning side of the argument either way. You're on the winning side. Raiders and Last Crusade, I really do go back and forth between them. I don't like Temple much at all. I'm not gonna lie to you. I might actually I might have done this on a ranking video. I might put Crystal Skullfuck before Temple of Doom. I know that's sacrilege to some people, but I don't like Temple very much. The heart scene's cool, but it's missing a lot of the humor and a lot of the magic and whimsy that I like about Indiana Jones. Yeah, Saving Private Ryan's too long. I agree. It is a long movie. I like 1917 a lot too, and Dunkirk. I think those three are my favorite war movies. Jurassic Park, favorite war movie, of course. Everybody loves Jurassic Park, based on true events in the 1940s. Now, Saving Private Ryan, 1917, and Dunkirk are the are a great trio. To me, Jaws will always be a cinematic masterpiece, as it should be. It is. Was that too much, Ruben? Was that too far? Platoon is good. Yep. Best Nolan movie is between Interstellar and Inception for me. I think I might, as of the last few years, I've leaned more towards the Interstellar side of things. It feels more original than Inception. But my top three are Interstellar, Inception, and The Prestige. I like Dark Knight, but it is not in my top three for Nolan. Black Hawk Down is great. Yeah. Inception is my favorite. Nolan is my second favorite writer director. Yeah. Hated the end of The Prestige. What? The end is crazy. That's like the best part. It all comes together. I saw Tenet twice. The first time I was very wishy-washy on it. The second time I liked it a lot more. I wouldn't say I love it, but I do like Tenet quite a bit. I think it's I think it's misunderstood. It's very complex. Okay, we've got to be out of time, right? We gotta be done. Yeah. Okay. Guys, this was a blast as always. I appreciate the conversation, appreciate the support on the channel. We got Halloween coming up. I got that Adam Does Movies Halloween shirt at the merch store on Fourth Wall. That's a nice way to show some support. Or you can be a Patreon at a patron at patreon.com/Adam Does Movies. There's a $1 tier, $5, whatever. There's tons of exclusives over there every month. There's a lot of exclusives. Okay, I don't have anything else. I'm going to be reviewing Tron. Probably review will go out on Friday. I would guess I might do a ranking for them. I think I might do a ranking for them. I think there's another movie. Oh God, Kiss of the Spider Woman, I think it's called. It also comes out. I might do a double feature because whenever I cover Jennifer Lopez on the channel, the numbers do very well. So I might have to go watch the musical Kiss of the Spider Woman or whatever it's called. I haven't even seen a trailer for it. There's early Oscar buzz talks for her though. I'm really hoping this is this year's Emilia Perez because then I can have some fun. But we'll see. One more super chat came in when I was blabbing off and on. Oh, two more. Lone Wolf for $2. Thank you. Do you like Chronicle or Scott Pilgrim? I like both of them quite a bit. Chronicle I've seen a few times. Not sure what happened to that sequel that was supposed to come out years ago. Shaky cam style, very cool. Scott Pilgrim is in my top 50 movies of all time. It combines so many things I love. It's got video game nostalgia, it's got TV show references, it's got tons of movie references. It's just brilliantly executed from front to back. It has a beautiful vision. The characters are lively and creative. It looks gorgeous. It's just an all around wild film that's so different than anything else. I usually put in when I look at like movies as far as my favorites of all time, it's always movies that are usually fully unique, that are timeless, that are iconic, they're quotable. There's just something about them that makes them stand out from anything else. And Scott Pilgrim is one of those movies for sure. How would you rank Sinners F1 weapons? I would go Sinners, weapons, F1. 1, 2, 3. Sinners first, weapons second, F1 third. Weapons, I watched a second time. I enjoyed it even more than the first, and I've forgiven the lackluster final few seconds of weapons. I'm okay with it. It didn't ruin the experience. Okay, I'm gonna end it there. Guys, oh, new South Park is out tonight. I'm a couple behind. I need to catch up on it for sure. Later Vader. I like that, and somehow I've never heard that in my life. All right, let's watch South Park. Have a great night. We'll see you